Okay, so this is what we're looking at for Jasmine here. And we have a pretty good line cooked up. It's called Charizard. Um, Charizard, for the most part, walls this entire team. The only ones we need to watch out for are Bronzong and Steelix. So our kind of counters for that are Intimidate, and then Bronzong, we're going to bring Magneton and Crawdont. And then I think we have kind of an open slot for last. I'd like to pull in a resistance for Bronzong as well. Potentially. So you two are not in contention. I mean, you just can't do anything against Bronzong, so there's no reason to bring you. Bibarel is okay. Pelipper, I don't like because we don't need another water flying type. You're okay. You're okay, but you're not what we're looking for. Loki Rotom might be the move here. Um, I mean, Togekiss isn't bad. We're Gen 4, right? I mean, Steel is resistant to Dark in Gen 4, right? Yeah, Steel does resist Dark. So we can't run. If only you had another ground type move. Let's see if you can learn Dig. Shall we? Because if you can learn Dig, then we can take you. Okay, you can learn Dig. I don't know how Sandslash fits into this. Our level cap is 40, so we're going to get everyone to 40. I don't think we necessarily have to edge the levels here either if we don't want to. Because I think Charizard just kills. Everything else will be at level 40 when it kills. So there's not really a huge purpose in getting the levels up. I may do it for Charizard. Discharge is 95, 80. Nope, we don't want it. 36, 37, 38, 39. Ooh, Night Slash. It'll be better than Knockoff because most Pokemon don't have an item. It's only like one of the gym leader mons that typically does. Usually they're ace. I don't know how Sandslash fits in here. I think it's going to be one of those mons where it's like, hey, if it works type deal. Deleted with Slash. 75, 95. I mean, high crit rate plus the miss. I think we go with the 70 base power move, Loki. And then what berries does everyone need? So Charizard is 100%. Charizard is actually going to be a Lumberry. So on the off chance we need to switch into Skarmory, that will be good. Gyarados will use a. Which one prevents against? Oh, geez. We'll use a Charty Berry just in case we accidentally switch it into a Stone Edge. So we got Gyarados. For Alligator, should be a Citrus Berry. Magneton, I'm torn between Citrus and Lumberry. Because it might be nice to have the Hypnosis counter in a Lumberry. I'm going to. I'll also give it to Sandslash, or not Sandslash. And then you do need the Citrus just in case you switch into something. I think this is our line. I think we go get Charizard on the level up, and that's the only Pokemon we do this for. Because I think it's a little too risky to do it with the other Pokemon. Or it's not too risky, but it's not worth the risk. Because ultimately it's like they're only used for 1 to 2 Pokemon in general. Get me out of that encounter. $844. We also should look at 555. Getting $586. So assume 600 to 800. You're probably 600, 500. Should probably look at getting Dragon Rage off of Charizard soon because it doesn't keep up anymore. It's kind of at a point where it's fallen off. 800. It'll be perfect. So the Jasmine fight shouldn't actually be too crazy. I hope. There is some crit fiction where we just lose based off of like a ton of crits. But overall, this should be a moderately safe fight, I would think. We're ready to go into this, though. Let me check berries on everyone. Before we get in here, there's no trainers in this battle. At least there aren't in the base game, so I'm hoping there's not here. Maybe I should check that. Well, it's a little too late to check that, actually. Where is Olivine Lighthouse? Where is Olivine Gym? Okay, yeah, it's just Jasmine. Okay, yeah, they just do exactly what they do in the base game. Okay, let's pop down a save. Let's shut up this. Okay, I'll check berries on everyone. Okay, we have Lum for Toxic, Shardy for Rock-type moves, Citrus, Lum for Hypnosis, Citrus for damage. One thing I didn't check. Because Magneton has some weird ranges on Bronzor, but if I'm going to get rid of the Lumberry because we have 2 other options for the other Pokemon, and we're going to try Metronome to make this just a little bit more consistent on Magneton. Maybe not have to bring in the other 2. We're going to try this. This is a last-minute change that I didn't think about. But we'll run with it, see what happens. If it loses me this fight, it's going to be sad. I don't think we lose this fight, and I think we have Pokemon we can sack too. Not that I want to. But we'll go into the fight, and we'll hopefully win. Okay, so we lead with Metang. I think this is actually technically a range to kill, but it's a very, very high range. And worst case scenario, we take a couple hit points of damage and we just kill. And it does get a potion out of the way as well. But we hit the range, we'll get the level up as well, which I don't think we necessarily need. But we have it to have it. Magneton. So we can just sweep here with Flamethrower. This Oko's. I think next out will probably be... I think Bronzong comes out next. And I think it'll want to use... Psychic? So I can go in with Crab Hammer here and get the free switch. Or I can go into Magneton. And I think I want to lead Magneton because we can still get the free switch in because it'll want to use Psychic over Gyro Ball on Magneton. So we're taking a little bit of extra damage here, technically. And yeah, I think we just use Thunderbolt here. This first one should do roughly half to under half. Okay, so it did exactly half. And as long as this doesn't crit, we are completely safe. Yeah. What does that do? Special defense. We are faster, so we just kill. And then I think Steelix wants to come in and use Earthquake, so we can go into. And this is where the crits come in scary. We'll go into Gyarados here. Safe switch, get the Intimidate. It's all physical moves, so this is really good. We'll get the Intimidate off for free, and then we'll go into Feraligatr and get a second Intimidate off. I believe if this is going to use Stone Edge. If this Stone Edge hits and crits, Feraligatr is just dead. It is a potential option that exists. I also don't know if... Oh, I didn't teach Surf to Feraligatr. Oh, we needed Surf on... Uh-oh. So we were supposed to have Surf on Feraligatr. I forgot to teach it that. It's okay, that did half, but we have... Did that not get in range of Citrus Berry? We weren't in range of Citrus Berry. I thought Citrus Berry was going to proc and bring that back to green. But we don't kill here, so we're going to have the potion come in. No, because the Citrus Berry proc. Wait, that's crazy. I think we are in crit. Granted, I think we're in crit range to begin with. A reminder, we do have 2 Intimidates up. But we're going to use Water Gun. I think we kill Steelix here, and then it comes out with probably Fortress. And I think it'll probably use... Oh, the berry wasn't even useful, I don't think. Because I think it's going to want to use Bug Bite, would be my guess. Technically, this does have Explosion as well, which could just kill me, straight up. I think. But it uses Bug Bite. So there goes the Lumberry. So the Lumberry didn't do anything. But we're not switching into Skarmory, and we are faster. So I think we just OHKO both of these, and then we call it a day. And that'll be Jasmine completed. Pretty riskless. I guess technically the Feraligatr was being risked, and I made the huge mistake of not giving it Surf. Which I think... I know with Rain it's in one-hit KO, which Bronzong had like a 50-50 chance of putting up. I'll use Flamethrower here. But overall, pretty riskless fight. I think there was some crit fiction where we lose, but didn't hit the crits. And that's Jasmine. We do get some encounters. We do get some evolutions. Charizard is ready for a level 41 level cap, I guess. In accordance with Lee rules. But there we go. We got badge number 6. Oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to put that in. Attempt 3. Let me grab the vertical. Let me go. Let me grab a shorter vertical line, copy and paste. We're going to adjust the stream title real quick to show what attempt and badge we're on. That's not a good one to use. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I saw Drayano doing this earlier, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna yoink that. Because now the stream title has changed, so it tells people what badge we're on. Bum, 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 bum. Cool. So that is Badge 6, 0 deaths. We actually only took, what, 100 damage? 150 damage, probably. Um, so I wonder if the Battle Frontier is now open, because that is one thing it mentioned. Let me go heal. I don't think there's going to be fights coming up. Let me also give everyone Citrus Berry just in case there's some random fights. Oh yeah, let's knock this out. We did it with Charizard, Feraligatr, Gyarados, Magneton, Crawdont, and Sandslash. Sandslash didn't even do anything, which was the goal. There wasn't any. If we had to pull Sandslash out, some weird, crazy things happened. But at least Sandslash actually has like an item now. Yeah, we gave you Metronome. I think Metronome was the right play there. I'm not entirely sure. I could have probably ran some calcs to see. Ah, it is open. Okay. Frontier access. Okay, so what's in the Frontier? Let's check the Pokemon Center. What the Sigma? See, that's a question. Good job, Grace. We ask these are the questions we need to ask. What do you have anything for me? Shiny Dust Dawn, we have all those already, so no need for those. Oops, I did not mean to click on that. Okay, cool. So the Battle Frontier is open. I don't know how the Battle Frontier works in a... I don't think there's EVs in this game. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so there's... I don't know how Battle Frontier works in a Nuzlocke, because we technically get rental Pokemon, but you're almost guaranteed to black out. There's some really good moves in here. I don't know how this works. So, I mean, I feel like we can use the Battle Frontier, kind of like how we did with the Goldenrod Game Corner, where we just said, hey, you know, each of these has... Like, I could grind it out here, or I could just give myself the points. So I may just give myself the points. So, I mean... Because there's physical attacks, here's special attacks. And Dragon Pulse we could probably put on Charizard. Energy Ball for our types. Because here's the big one: is it's like, why would Draiano give us the Battle Frontier if we weren't supposed to use it? You know, because it opens up after, or is it after Red that it typically opens up? I actually don't know the answer to that. But we do have a couple encounters that we can go get, so let's just go get those first. While I think about what we want to do with Battle Frontier. I'll grab 10 more Ultra Balls. Let's see who we can get on the next route. Ooh, we can get some interesting encounters on Route 42. Let me open up the docs and check Route 42. We missed our Route 48 encounter, right? We still have a Whirl Islands encounter, which we could get. I don't know if I necessarily can. We do have a Mount Mortar encounter as well. Which what I could do is... Ooh, Whiscash would be really good. Let me check Route 42 first. So we have Flaffy, Fearow, Hippopotas, Cacnea, Arbok, Sandslash, Munchlash, Trapinch. From the grass, We can get Arbok at night, which we're 30 minutes away from. Surfing, we get Goldeen or Seeking. With the good route, we can get Goldeen, or we could get that Carvana encounter back. Which part of me likes, but we just got Night Slash on that. I think there's a part of me that wants to go for the 10% Trapinch or Munchlax. Flaffy would be okay. Hippopotas would be okay. Golbat we can't get, so we would have a... We'd have the 10% Cacnea on Arbok, or Cacnea... Yeah, no, Arbok's actually in both of them. That we could get, which is the risk we run, I guess. So let me get back over to the city. Or we could try for the 35% Carvana, but we have so many water types. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because we have 2 in the party, right? Yeah, we have 9. 8, 9 water types. We have 1 flying type. If we could... Fearow, I don't like. I just don't like Fearow as a Pokemon in general, but... Oh, wait, sorry, 10. I forgot Pelipper's just here. Speaking of Pelipper, we need you in the party. Oh, and 3, sorry. We have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11. The ground type would be nice. We have 2 grass types. We have 2 fighting types. 1 fire type, 1 flying, 1 normal, or 2 flying. Who will be useful for catching Pokemon? Victreebel will. You're level 30 to 32. Actually, you'll also be useful. You're both weak to ground types, though, which is kind of tough. I guess you have Stun Spore, so you'll be useful. You don't resist anything, but you'll resist a lot. And Intimidate, sure. Should I go with the Intimidate? No, I'll go with the... Believe me, been there, done that. I guess we can switch out Pelipper once we get to Critique City as well. I think I'm gonna go with a... I guess what's available in Mount Mortar? Graveler, Golbat, Rhyhorn, Lyron, Meditite, Marill. Low-key, I actually want to go to... Let's do this boss battle in... I guess the question is which house is... Because supposedly I can get a Riolu egg here. Could you look after my Pokemon for a while? I don't... Is there a house at the top of this? There is. Important item. Where did I see this? That this existed. So I think Lucario could be good for the next gym because it's the ice type gym. But I think the ice types actually have decent coverage if I remember correctly. And we got a decent way to go to get to price. Yeah, they have decent coverage on price. Kind of the level cap for that gym is level 43, which is absurd. Because Riolu would be nice. What encounter would I slot that into? The Rocket Hideout? Yeah. Because Rocket Hideout, you can only get, I would assume... Is Market Hideout even on here? No. Market Hideout, then I could only get Voltorb, which has the chance to explode on me, or Grimer, which would be a poison type. But I think I would prefer the Lucario, low-key. So I think I do have to do this fight. That's a great question. What's here? Let me see where I tried to find. Oops, that's new tab. Control F, Riolu. I think it exists. Plus, if we want to potentially have the, I don't know what I'm doing with legendaries in this ROM hack because I know they exist. But let me just quickly plan for this Ucine fight. It shouldn't be too bad now that we have like actual Pokemon and levels. Not that we have a ton of levels to work with. I guess there is something to be said for that. We have about 3 levels to work with. But the first Pokemon is Hypno, which for Alligator beats because it does have Focus Blast. So I don't want to mess with that. Then it'll probably bring in Electro. Do you still have Damp? You do, but you have Thunder. And Electrode's going to be really fast. Bring you as well. Grass flying. And then it does have a Rotom as well. I think we'll bring you for what interesting. I don't really like the counters for this right now. I mean, they're all level 34 though too, which is something. My Snare Slash dies there, it's fine. I gotta figure out a way to get Rotom out. I think I give for Alligator the... Yeah, I think I give you the berry, that one berry. I guess Magneton can also wall that pretty well. And then Pelipper actually does okay in this fight, and worst case scenario, we have Togekiss. Okay. Wakanberry, that's what I'm looking for. And that's for Rotom. I don't know what Pokemon comes out first. If it's, I think Electrode comes out first against Feraligatr would be my guess. And then let me get Pelipper up to level 36 just to be safe. And then what items does everyone have? Your Wakanberry, Citrus, and you should be Wide Lens, perfect. I'll unmute for this fight because I don't know how dangerous this fight is with the level that it is. Oh, I can get in. Never mind. I can just get into this without, I don't have to do the Suicune encounter right now. Okay. So that's Heart Scale. Oh, you're moved. Well, since we're at it then. That's really nice. That's no longer in... That'll also make my life easier so I don't have to do the Suicune encounter on the next route. Granted, I don't know what this person is doing here. Hopefully I don't have to fight them. But I'm going to ask, because this is a new NPC. I don't remember where you're from. Owen? So we have a Surfing Pikachu. We already missed out on our encounter here, though, so we can't even take it. We'll leave the Ucine fight for later, because we can put that off until we have either better counters or just higher levels. So where is this egg? In the Pokemon games, Sword and Shield games, you can obtain a Rhyhorn by going to Iron Island, talking to the sailor in the southwest corner of Candlelight City. Nice job, Google AI. You really, really pulled a fast one on us there. Um. Okay, so where is Riley, bro? Because he exists in this hack. I'm absolutely at a loss for where this guy is. Did he say he was in Goldenrod? Because when we did the fight with him at the end of the... This is the happiness person, though. Is he in the house that Bill is typically in when you get your Eevee in the normal game? That's the wrong way. I need to go game corner and then down. No, that's just Bill. Okay, so there's a cast form. Are there any other houses in Goldenrod? No. Could it be Ecruteak City? That's Cherry Grove. We'll check Cherry Grove, why not? No. No. Because that's the old man's house. No. Let's check Violet City while we're at it. This is typically the Onyx trade, right? Rhyhorn for Gligar is kind of nice. I wanted to check what you do. You're telling me about how trading works. That's cool. I don't think he's in the Pokemon. Yeah, no, he's not in the Pokemon school. I think it might be in Ecruteak City. Because he's got to be somewhere, right? I'll take the dowsing machine. I forgot to grab that. Sounds like Ho-Oh, my guy. It's the dance. I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know where. I mean, the only other option we have is Olivine. And that's not it. We'll go check these two buildings. Granted, I think I checked them for, yeah. I'm gonna have to go back into the VOD and figure out where Riley was. Cool, Sunstone. I mean, I pretty much checked every building in the game now. I guess I didn't check. I technically didn't check Azalea Town. This is the only other place. Hey, that would have been nice. I guess it still is nice to some extent. I'm at a loss for where Riley is. Is there another house in Cyanwood City that I didn't check? Maybe? Because we checked that one. And what did you do? I'm just gonna check what this encounter is, because if it's an egg, then I'll hatch the egg and take it. If it's not, I'll just release the Pokemon. I'm not overly concerned about getting an encounter that I won't use, because there's nothing against catching it, it's just against using it, right? So okay, it's a Shuckle. What item does it have? Berry juice. Not that I'm not technically allowed to take that, I think, by Nuzlocke rules, because I can't use Thief on it. So, party Pokemon Shuckle, release. Yes. Bye bye, Shuckle. Cool. We're getting a bunch of evolution items by talking to people. That's kind of nice. That's the Cameron. I guess let's go into it, because I guess it could have changed, right? Technically. Just don't enter the battle here. We talked to these two. They're move deleters. Let me go back to the Safari Zone. I might have to pull up my VOD here, though. Twitch.tv / my name. Let's see. Where is... yesterday, and we did all of these rocket fights. Here's the Ariana fight. Okay, we're in the Safari Zone by this point. I guess let's talk to everyone here while we're at it. While I'm watching this VOD back. EVs. I thought EVs were removed from this game, so I don't know if I should be paying attention to them or not. Hey, that'll be good in 20 minutes. We have what we need regardless. Oh, his house is in Mahogany Town. Okay. So that means we go Ecruteak City and we get our encounters here. I need the encounter team back if I could. I think there are optionals on this route as well, which we want to avoid where possible. I think I should go make this a grass type real quick while I'm thinking about it. Because it just resists things. You're also good for catching Pokemon. You're also good for catching Pokemon. Granted, we're all weak to ground types. You're also good for catching Pokemon. Let me go make this a... I don't need flying type. Fire type will be... Route 42. Flaffy, Pharaoh, Hippopotas. Low-key... I need you to just return to normal, actually. So we'll go do that, and then we'll be ready to do these encounters. I might wait 15 minutes to get the Dusk Ball bonuses as well, because that'll make catching things much easier than Ultra Balls. I could go do the cave encounters, because that doesn't matter if it's day or nighttime. But let's return you to normal. Is there a way to return you to normal? Yes, there we go. Cool. The reason for that is Flaffy can't really do anything with electric type. Furo can't do anything with electric type. Hippopotas has levitate. Cacnea can't do anything with. Cacnea could have a dark type move. Arbok could have a dark type move. Sandslash can't do anything. Munchlax can't do anything. Trapinch can't really do anything. I think Trapinch and Hippopotas are the two that we're looking for. I guess I could go to the Battle Frontier and pick up items. Because I think I'm gonna do that. So let's look up Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Battle Frontier, Gold BP, code. Okay. Bop. Bop. Let's add this. Drop it in. Okay. Let me save before I do this because I don't know if it'll break my game. 4747. Okay, let's see. Hey, BP, let's go. We'll just grab 2 of every single one, I guess. Brick Break, we can grab 1 of. Actually, we can grab 3 of each because these don't cost anything. I don't even remember how many Brick Breaks I got. U-turn. 1, 2, 3. X scissor. 1, 2, 3. Stone Edge. 1. I don't think I'll use Stone Edge that much. Maybe it'll be good in niche cases. If I get Graveler, maybe. Earthquake will be. I'm going to grab like 4 or 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Special attack, Shadow Ball. We'll grab 3 of these. I'm the predator. We'll grab 3 Sludge Bombs as well. I don't know if I even have any Pokemon that can use Sludge Bomb. Dragon Pulse we'll grab 4 of. And then we'll go grab some utility moves. Again, I can just grind these out, grind out Battle Frontier. So I feel justified in doing this. Obviously, it is here for a reason. I don't need many of those. We'll grab 1 of each of these items. I feel like that's fair. If we need more, because I really want to beat this ROM hack, we can come back. But I think that's totally fair. Choice items. These are huge. I guess there's only 2 of them. Razor Clown, Razor Fang, I think we already have 1 of, but we'll grab 1 more. They're evolution items, they're whatever. Cool, so now we should have a ton of different items that we can use to our advantage. Scope lens is awesome. We could do some interesting things with that. But yeah, now we have some options for what Pokemon can learn. We have some Ice Beams. Those are from before. Shadow Balls are nice. Aerial Ace is nice. I actually may I'll grab 2 more Aerial Aces because we have some Pokemon that can use them. Over Wing Attack. 1 more Earthquake for the road. because we need that, especially going into the Team Rocket areas. Let's go ahead and fly to Ekritique City. I'll turn that off, and now I'll save. I'm going to go turn on my lights in my apartment because it got dark here recently. So I will be right back. I've been muted. I don't know when I muted. Have I been muted the entire stream? That'd be really bad if I was muted the entire stream. I don't remember hitting that button. That's awesome. That's so funny. I really wish I knew my mic was muted. Probably for an hour. So I don't think I touched that button when I went to turn on lights or anything. No, but I turned my mic on. That's really weird. Because I know I turned my mic on when I started stream. Unless it didn't actually hit the button. That'd be really funny. Okay, well, let me talk about what just happened in the past hour. Just in case my mic was muted the whole time. So we beat Jasmine. Pretty easy line. It was just Charizard to deal a lot of damage and Oko pretty much everything. I don't think I technically even had to get my level, like, edge the level up. So then I leveled up in mid battle. I think Charizard would have just swept anyways. So we basically did that. Charizard pretty much sweeps. Gyarados and Feraligatr beat Steelix, and then Rotom beats Bronzong. That opens up the Battle Frontier, of which I said pretty much the same philosophy as Game Corner, where I didn't want to. I could sit there and grind out BP for ever and ever and ever, and just sit there and waste time, or I could just cheat it in. So I just cheated it in. Got 3 to 4 TMs of each. Got one of each of the battle items. Called it a day. We had our encounters on Route 42 and in Mount Mortar. Route 42, we got a Goldeen, guaranteed Goldeen. So then we could get a guaranteed Barboach in Mount Mortar. We have way too many water types right now. Huge, huge weakness there. But we needed a ground type that wasn't Sandslash, because Sandslash is not just keeping up. It feels useless in a lot of fights. So hopefully that'll give us some good pivot ability. And then we got the egg from Riley right now, which is going to hatch into Riolu. It's the only encounter we can get here. We can get Feebas and Lake of Rage. It's pretty much a guaranteed encounter. We do have the shiny Gyarados in the Lake of Rage, I believe. I don't know if it's still in this hack, but it's typically there. I said since there's boosted shiny odds in this ROM hack, I'm not gonna do shiny claws. I could replace the shiny, my Gyarados, with the shiny if I wanted to. Just to have the shiny. I could do that if I want. I don't think I will. And the reason why is just because the shiny odds are boosted. If I get on my last leg, I could just go random encounter shinies and just kind of basically hidden grotto hunt in what you can do in black and white and just get infinite encounters, which feels cheap. So I'm not going to do that. Therefore, I'm not going to add the shiny to my party. I also think it makes getting the Rotom in New Bark Town a little more reasonable. Because I'm kind of hypocritical within that. But yeah, it's a little bit more fair. It's not a guaranteed encounter. So we'll get the Feebas, which is a guaranteed encounter. It's 10% with Good Rod. So we'll get that. And I'd also mentioned stream today will be shorter, so I don't know how much farther we will get. So that is a synopsis of the last hour. Not much has happened, to be honest, because we had the Jasmine fight, and that's about all that happened. How close are you to hatching or not hatching? It will hatch soon. If it's like the next 3 steps. Okay. Could you imagine? So this will hatch soon. Oh, and we do have a rocket hideout encounter. I think the goal for that is to get Grimer. I don't think Electrode has the buff here, and I think we have a pretty reliable electric. We have 2 pretty reliable electric types. We also did pick up the evolution item for The Voltaic ore is used for Magneton and... It's a great question who it's used for. Voltaic orb is for Magneton and Nose Pass. The... Oh, I don't even know what orb this is. That's it's it's for Eevee into Espeon. And that's the only thing it's used for. So if I happen to get an Eevee, which I don't think I can get in any other locations, I can do that. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, it was not close to hatching, dog. I don't know what this thing is talking about. I'll check the next encounters for... So we avoided... Yeah, I think I should... Route 43. I think I can avoid most of the encounters on Route 43. There we go. Here's Riolu. Cool. Mahogany Town, Riolu. Captured. Let's go do a nature check on a lot of Pokemon because I think we haven't done that in a while. Let's see. Who do we need nature checks on? We need it on... We don't have a Route 47 encounter either. I think we're still too close to the level cap to do that. It worries me. So we need a Tentacruel nature check, which is timid. Which is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sassy in nature. Yeah, whatever. I don't think you have great speed anyways. We missed out on Carvana. Machoke is lax, which is okay, I guess. You have no guard. Oh, I didn't check abilities on you. Liquid Ooze. What does Liquid Ooze do? Using any draining move. I don't know what a draining move is. Oblivious. No guard is... That's really nice for Stone Edge. Yeah, you will be a Stone Edge Pokemon for sure. Tangela is quiet, which I don't think is great. We missed out on Fearow. We have Goldeen, which has Water Veil, which is okay. And you are Bold, which is good, I believe. Or good enough. And then Barboach. This is the one I'm really, really want good moves and abilities on. Oblivious is okay. I don't think any of them really have that, and it's or have a infatuation. And Hasty is also kind of just mid. Party Pokemon, Riolu. Inner Focus is huge. I don't know what else it can have. I think it probably has Sturdy, which is not good in Gen 4. Party is neutral, so you know what? The Riolu we will take. I should grind up happiness on that after stream, like I did with Togetic. The question is, let's go to Pokemon changes. It gets Vacuum Wave at level 34 and Crunch at level 39. I'm gonna look up Lucario Learn Set Gen 4 because I think Crunch would be really good to have. But it learns Aura Sphere at level 37. That's a tough decision, and by tough decision, I think you got to go with Aura Sphere, because that's the point of having the fighting type, right? It also gets Swords Dance at 33, which if I'm using Aura Sphere doesn't matter, right? Um, Let me check my Gen 4 learn set on Riolu, maybe. So it's... I think what I want is to get... I don't think it matters when I evolve this thing. Because I think you just want Aura Sphere on it. So King's Rock. Okay. We can go Lake of Rage here. I guess we want to make a balanced team for this next route, just so we can. Oh, I guess we get an encounter on it too, right? So that's going to be Route 43. Interesting. Okay, so we can do 20% Pidgeotto, 20% Girafarig, 10% Execute, Curla is 10%, Swablu is 10%, Bibro, which would be a dupe, is 10%, Lanoon is 10%, Manectric is 10%. If I can figure out the sounds, I can guarantee a Altaria. The water encounters would be dupes, so that wouldn't work at all. What is Altaria's typing in Gen 4? Okay, so we do get Dragon Flying. That might be worth. That might be worth it. So I think I delay this encounter for Altaria. And I think we need to wait for that till Wednesday. Granted, if the sounds don't work, I'm gonna just do the same thing as. Yeah, we know the sounds don't work because I did that with that. So external justification, we are going to get Swablu on this route. The reason why is Altaria is just impossible to get, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But let's go ahead and plan for these trainers because they can do a lot of damage. So we need Charizard for the fire type. Because there's Parasect. Actually, let's bring in Altaria and let's get you Air Slash, which is not the greatest for you, I guess. I guess we could go with. We can keep Pelipper here for now, actually, since you have Fly. Raticate and Loudred. So we'll want a fighting type. Let's bring in Machoke for that. How do I evolve Machoke? We need the. We need a Covenant Orb. And where do we get the Covenant Orb from, good sir? One is automatically received after finishing any in-game trade. So we have the trade that was in the earlier town, so we can go grab a Rhyhorn real quick. And do that. Again, since it's not in battle, it doesn't matter. And we just release the Pokemon afterwards. Clefairy, Chansey, fighting types are fine. We need a ground type. We'll just bring you for now for that. Graveler, Vibrava, Venusaur. You'll be good enough for those. Well, yeah, but you have the ice type moves. Actually, no. We'll do it with for alligator. Huntail, Gorbis, Tentacruel, Gastrodon. We'll bring the steel type for that. Okay, we do need to go grab a... It was Rhydon, right? No. Why am I going to Cherry Grove? I need to go to Violet City. You're the one with the trade. Hello, get over here. Get over here. Okay, it is a Rhyhorn. Route 33 has the Rhyhorn on it, 10%. Which we didn't do a battle on this route, but I think we can still get the encounter here. Not that this battle would be difficult. Krogunk. Technically, this isn't even, like, optimal at all. Come on, Rhyhorn. You shut up a lot when I was trying to grind here. Come on, Rhyhorn. Oh, there's a Swabbler here. I didn't even realize that. Actually, I think we did realize that. That's our encounter on a later route. Dude, where's his Rhyhorn, dog? It does not want to show up. There we go. Okay, bro. Get in the ball. I'll waste a Dusk Ball for that. Okay, now you're in the PC. Pelipper here, fly. And then to ensure that I don't lose this, or I don't accidentally keep it, I will put Pelipper into the PC down in the corner so we remember. I guess we need the Rhyhorn, right? And then boom, 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 boom. Get over here. Yoink. So I am going to keep this Gligar in case we do get a Rhyhorn encounter later on. So I'm just going to shove it in the box before this, because if we get the Rhyhorn and then we wanted to trade it for this, so we'll throw it in box 17. Can I rename this? Name, and we can name it in-game trade. Yeah. So then it shouldn't prop up again. And then we have Machoke learn set. And then Machamp. Whoa. Gen 4. I forgot to add Gen 4. Okay. So what level are we at currently? We are at 31. We get Submission at the next level. We get Wake Up Slap at 36, which is 60 base, and we get Cross Chop at level 40. We get Wake Up Slap at level 60 and Cross Chop at level 40, so it doesn't matter if we evolve, so we just should. Covenant Orb use on you. Cool, and we got our fighting type. Let's make sure you have at least a good fighting type move. Does your ability stay the same? I didn't even think about that. No guard, yes. So you get Stone Edge. Where did that go? Focus Punch we don't want. Brick Rake would be okay. I don't know what you currently have. Stone Edge. Use on Machamp. Yes. We'll forget Rock Slide because Stone Edge is just a little bit better. I didn't see what fighting type move you had, so we'll go back and check it. Brick Break is pretty strong, actually. So let's see. You have Seismic Toss, which does 31 damage. Vital Throw, which is 70. Everything else is guaranteed not to miss anyways, so we go Cross Chop, and then we can go... Can you learn Earthquake? Yeah, might as well teach you Earthquake instead of Seismic Toss, because that won't do anything. And then I think we give you Protect, maybe? If we have more Protect. I don't know if we even had any Protect to begin with, or if it was off with someone else. Let's see if you can learn U-Turn. I doubt it, but Pelipper can. That's actually really interesting. Okay, wait, Pelipper can. There is no reason not to give you that right now. Instead of Quick Attack. I guess, can you learn Flame? You can learn Flamethrower, sure. Your speed's pretty low, actually. I feel like we can use that to our advantage. I'm not going to teach you Flamethrower right now. Let's see, I guess we can evolve Magneton too while we're here, right? Let's Magneton. Do the same thing. Magneton learn set Gen 4. Magnezone learn set Gen 4. I think the big one is we're looking for... you get Mirror Shot at level 46. And you also get Mirror Shot at level 46. Other than that, it's not worth putting this off anymore. So let's get us a Magnezone. Let's see if our... You don't need Discharge, dog. We already went over this earlier in the day. Does your ability change? Magnet Pull. Can't remember if that's what you had. Okay, so the team's looking pretty decent now. What levels could we be fighting? Level 38 to 40. Let's get Machamp up to level 38. Submission. That's a recoil move. I don't like recoil moves in Nuzlocke. $35. 36. No. Because I don't think we're being enough double battles where that becomes useful. Okay, and we'll get Pelipper to level 38 as well. And let's give everyone citruses. I'm going to assume that you have a citrus. Citrus. You have a Wakan berry. You need a citrus berry, please. Okay, cool. Let's... I think we can avoid all of the battles. Excuse me. On this route. But let's be sure. We went with a very broad team. Because we will be paying money to get through this. I just assumed that they wouldn't be doing this. So here's the deal on this route. Once we go into this grass, because we're avoiding the $500 fee that Team Rocket charges you. But let me pull up the planner so you guys can see this. If we go to Route 40, whatever it is, right after Mahogany Town, Route 43, Meridian Sound guarantees Altaria. I cannot get the sounds working for the life of me. It happened with National Park as well. Cannot get them to work properly. But they were intended to work properly, so if I could get them working, Altaria would be my encounter. Period, end of story. So I'm going to just ensure that I get the 10% Swablu. Anything that happens in that time is not like part of the game. Like if it happens to like kill me or something, like if I wipe to a Pokemon or lose a Pokemon, we're not gonna count that because again, none of this is intended. And there we go. I forgot that you don't have Thunderwave. And then we'll go Dusk Ball, hopefully catch it. Boom. Okay, Swablu. Not ideal the way we had to work around that, but it's the best way that I could have used the sounds to my advantage. And I feel like that's entirely fair. Do you spin? I'm just gonna assume no one's spinning here. You're spinning. I can see you spinning. Oh, you do spin as well, and you spin into the grass. I guess I should go on this side. Cool. So now we're at Lake of Rage. I think I actually have to beat the Gyarados. I might have forgotten to start the storyline up here. But we'll just knock out this Gyarados. Again, the Shiny Claws, I could catch it, but whatever. There's Lance. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now we're on that section of the game, but we're going to go ahead and open up Magnezone here. Magnezone. Just combine Magneton and Magnezone at the same time. And we are going to get the... This might take a while. It's a 10% Feebas encounter. We can pull Magikarp or we can pull Gyarados. And hopefully we pull the Feebas pretty quick. Because we can't have any of the other two Pokemon. Hey, there's the Feebas. Let's go ahead and use Thunder Wave. Another water type, by the way. Not ideal. But there we go. We got the Feebas. Didn't even fight any of the trainers on this route. And now let's go update our planner with natures. So let's see. We got Swablu. We got Feebas. Natural Cure is interesting. It's not Shed Skin, so it's not perfect. And Feebas has adamant adaptability. Oh, my camera turned off. What? When did my camera turn off? This stream is just full of technical difficulties. What happened to my camera? Let's turn it back on. Yeah. It keeps opening and closing the lens. There we go. Okay. We got adaptability and adamant Feebas. This is huge, because if we take a look at the planning document, granted, special attack is typically higher, but we can get Aqua Tail and stuff on this, and having stab plus adaptability on this attack will be huge. Now the question is, how do we evolve it? Because, you know, its evolution has not been changed. Oh, or level up with max beauty. Okay, I didn't see this part down here, so I was like, how do we trade it? Or level up with max beauty, so we can do that in the basement of Goldenrod, which I guess we can go do right now. We do have a potential fight here. So the question is, what do we want to bring to this fight? The answer is not our good Pokemon. Because we can beat this pretty easily, so I think we bring, like, let's see, Sandslash. Granted, it's a super high level. So we have Sandslash. Why does this say Water Fairy? That's just not true. It's a water type. I'm just going to bring Babero, honestly. I'm going to bring things that are low level. Sure, we can bring Whalmer. It has Brine. Grass type, we can use Pelipper. We'll have to fly there anyways. Sure, and fill it out with other Pokemon. I guess I should fill it out technically with not water types. Whatever. I don't think this is going to be a big deal. We're just such a higher level in these mons. This is kind of what I was talking about with the Usean fight. Does everything already in my party have a Citrus minus Goldeen? Yes. Goldeen, I guess, is a little bit low of a level, so let me boost this to like 30. No, you don't need Flail. This might also cause Goldeen to evolve. Sure, Aqua Ring could be useful more than Water Sport can. It's 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm surprised Goldeen hasn't evolved yet. That's crazy to me. Okay, let's go do this other fight. It's going to be a joke comparatively, in comparison. I have a question, though. Is the haircut lady going to be here with Team Rocket in Goldenrod? I think they are in the basement. Oh, no. Meryl. Oh, no. Roselia. Oh, no. Ninetales. Oh, no. Okay, and then we can get the haircuts down here. Fashion case, cool. So let's go get our Feebas. I am a little wary of battles that could occur down here, so I'm going to keep this team because it's moderately balanced, and I'll just remove Goldeen. And then what level was Feebas? 20, so it could also use some leveling, but I guess I should look up Feebas Learn Set Gen 4 versus Milotic Learn Set Gen 4. Okay, so Feebas gets Splash, Tackle, and Flail. And we get Aqua Tail at level 29, which is the only water physical move that we have as an option. So we are 100% evolving you before even leveling you up once. You also get Recover at 21. We get Captivate, which is useful. Okay, so there are some Goldenrod encounters down here. Let's see where Tunnel. Goldenrod Tunnel. They're all at level 20 as well, so I'm just going to roll through these with the team. I'm just going to go blind into them. Oh no, Grimer. Oh no, Kabuto. Oh no, Bronzor. Okay, man, that's kind of annoying. Oh no. Let's go with Bibarel, sure. We'll have to do these fights anyways once we come down here. There will be a rival battle soon. I don't think we can encounter it now because we have to do it later. That Thunderbolt is a little scary to some extent. So the hair cutting place isn't down here. Awesome. Okay, so we do have to beat that out. Excuse me. We're gonna have to beat out the Team Rocket stuff before we get the encounters or the evolution. But honestly, it does not matter. It is so inconsequential. I do want to put. Why did I move Pelipper? I want to put Barboach into the party. And let's organize this a little bit because these two are not usable in their current state. Everyone else is fair game for planning. So we'll go ahead and run through this. What was I doing with Barboach? Oh yeah, when does Barboach evolve? Barboach learn set Gen 4. Same thing. And then Wish Cash Gen 4 learn set. It's Google's learning. Barboach is currently at 30, so it can get Rest at 31. It gets Aqua Tail at level 35, which I could have it be a mixed attacker. It doesn't matter. It learns Rest at 33 for Whiscash, which is 2 levels different. It gets Aqua Tail at 39 versus 35. So I think I level this up to 35. And then how do you evolve? Into Wishcash starting at 30. So I have to delay 5 levels for Barboach. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Sure, we'll add Rest instead of Mud Bomb. Yeah. I mean, we'll forget Magnitude for now, but we'll replace this. Don't evolve. That goes really fast. Okay, I'm going to do this at a normal speed. This is a little scary. Not that it's the biggest deal in the world, but it gives me a little bit more levels to play with as we move into the rest of the fights. So we're going to spam B, spam B, spam B, spam B. Awesome. Yes, Aquatail. Granted, I guess it doesn't matter because you're a mixed attacker. Yeah, that was kind of useless. Because you're a mixed attacker, so it doesn't matter. I guess it's nice to have the physical move if we want it, but then we'll go ahead and teach you. There it is, Earthquake. Yes, 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 yes. And this is where we're going to forget Snore because we can give it Chesto and just do Chesto Resto. Yeah, Wishcash is really nice here. I'm glad we did that encounter. Technically, we could have gotten something other than Goldeen, but I think the Wishcash is worth it to guarantee that. Let's go to Mahogany Town. I'm going to add a couple moves onto some team members, but aside from that, we'll call this stream today. But here's the thing, Aquatail, let me check your base stats. Because your attack is technically 1 higher. You want to give me the base stats, please? Attack is 78. Special attack is 76. I think it's worth having the guaranteed surf over that. But we need you. Can I get like earthquake on you maybe? Last resort on. You're okay. I wanted you to have sludge bomb. You could probably benefit from sludge bomb. You're not evolved yet. Let me look into that later. Tangela could probably use some moves. Okay. Because we do have. Let's go through. Focus. Ice Beam, Iron Tail, no. Thunderbolt, Earthquake. Did we want Earthquake on for Relegator? Yes, instead of Leer, probably. Just adds a little bit of extra coverage. Shadow Ball, yes, we want that potentially. Again, extra coverage. None of you can learn it. Cool. Brick Break, Sludge Bomb. This is one we needed, and we needed it on several Pokemon. Victor Bell, absolutely. That's our number. That's one of our number ones. Our number 2 is Tentacruel instead of probably Poison Jab, would be my thoughts. Sludge Bomb onto Tangela, sure, why not? I don't think it gets that, but it's better than like Bind. If we do get Feraligatr can learn Air Slash, or Aerial Ace. I mean, the guaranteed hit is better than nothing, right? Steel Wing, Energy Ball. This is another one that I need on all 3 of these. Or 2 of these, not 3 of these. But Giga Drain, is that worth getting rid of? I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna keep Giga Drain here because I can give it that one power boosting item. Dragon Pulse, we want that on Charizard for sure instead of Dragon Rage because it'll just inherently do more damage now. Did we want any of these on any of these Pokemon? U-turn maybe? Well, nope. That's going to be a no. I also don't know the evolution level for you, so we should look that up. I guess for you as well, technically. We need Air Slash on you. We've gotten moves on you. I mean, I should just give you Surf now that we know the move deleter exists. You should probably also get Surf. You're okay on moveset. You're okay for now on moveset. You need Earthquake. You need another move. Granted, that'll change every time we do planning, so I should check that when planning. I'll set it aside. Okay, so we said we need an Earthquake on Sandslash. Poliwrath can learn it. We need an Aerial Ace on... I feel like having it on Togekiss is good, but Encore is so good. Extra Sensory. Low-key, I don't think Togekiss needs Aerial Ace right now. If we need the Flying type move, we'll go to someone else with higher Flying type attack. And then Surf goes on several of you. That goes on Poliwrath instead of Bubble Beam. And it goes on Golduck instead of Water Pulse. And Golduck's attack is higher, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. So then when it gets water, yeah, let me go fix that. So you're done with moves. I said let me set you aside. Let me group these together a little bit more. You're done with moves. Crawdaunt has moves. You're okay for now. I guess maybe you can learn more moves. Maybe you can learn Earthquake as well. Just have Disable Crossbot, Cross Chop, Ice Beam, Surf. I kind of like that moveset, I can't lie, for now. But I did want to, I wanted to remove Surf for Aquatail. Or for the potential of Aquatail. So let me go ahead and fly to Sandwich City. I do have to be careful not to get this battle. Move to leader, Golduck, Surf. Cool. So, I mean, that just gives me the option for Aquatail when it comes out. With that being said, Golduck learn set. I'm assuming it knows to just give me Gen 4. So fun fact, that was completely useless. It doesn't get Aquatail. It doesn't get a single physical water type move. So we will just give it Surf back. That didn't happen. Nothing happened. It's not up to level, but we can figure that out when we get there. Bibarel. Cool. Well, it has been hour and we're approaching the 2-hour mark. We've had plenty of technical difficulties. I'm hoping my mic wasn't muted for the entire thing, because that would be really unfortunate. Like really unfortunate. I think it was. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But I should probably start downloading all of the VODs soon. And then we'll figure out what to do from there. Okay, Lyra, hush, please. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the synopsis of what we did one more time today because I need that in case I need to do a voiceover in a video. So today we took on Jasmine first, kind of swept with Charizard, but went through, had the Rotom for the Bronzong, and then used Intimidate on Feraligatr and Gyarados to beat Steelix, and then switch back in Charizard and sweep the rest. Then we went up, did a lot of encounters. We have, I guess I should check the encounters that we did. We did not get our Route 47 encounter, but we encountered Swablu via the sounds. We got the Goldeen on Route 42 to allow us to guaranteed get the Barboach and then therefore Whiscash in Mount Mortar. We evolved Machamp. We got through a couple of just random fights as well throughout the day. We updated movesets. We went through the battle facilities and challenged them a lot to get a lot of BP. Basically did the same thing we did in Goldenrod, where we said, hey, I could sit here and grind this for 6 hours, or I could just cheat it in 5 minutes. Either way, the end result is the exact same. So, you know, got some move sets, got some updated things. Any other encounters or anything we're looking at? Feebas at Lake of Rage, Mahogany Town encounter. Tangela was a previous encounter but needs to be evolved, so that's why it's sitting over here. We got to the Lake of Rage, have started the Mahogany Town kind of quest line to get into the Team Rocket hideout, but haven't started that at all in Mahogany Town. that's everything we did today. It was a lot of just like, we beat one boss, and that is exclusively all we did for the entirety of today, pretty much, and just getting some encounters. So in 2 hours, not a ton of progress. I think the game progress will start to slow down as we move forward, because there's a lot more planning that'll have to happen. Fights get a little bit more scary, especially in this mid game where we have Team Rocket sections. But yeah, that's all we did today. So thank you guys for coming to the stream, for those of you who tuned in. I'm sorry that my mic may have been muted for the entire stream, or most of it. I don't know for sure. I'm hoping it wasn't for the boss fight. I know we had game sound at least. But yeah, when I came over and started stream, it didn't unmute my mic, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys again for joining stream. I don't think we'll be live. Maybe live tomorrow. I don't know for sure. I think Wednesday or Thursday is pretty likely though. And we'll just continue running through the game until we either wipe or we beat it.